What's going on, everybody? Jordan here, back again with another quick video. Um, just sharing my reaction to the big news that happened earlier today. Excuse me. Jurgen Klopp has announced that he will be leaving at the end of the season. Um, I woke up this morning and I'm just, as I normally do, I kind of do my morning routine. Just check my phone, just see kind of what's on the feed out there, and that was actually the first thing when I clicked on my YouTube app. That was the first video I saw was LFC TV's interview of why I chose to leave. Instantly caught my attention, had to click on it, and as soon as I read that description down there, I literally shattered in the room, just woke up everybody in my house, my wife, my kids, and I just couldn't believe it. I definitely something that I think just caught everybody by surprise. I mean, Jurgen Klopp leaving. It still hasn't even hit me right, and we're probably talking about almost 24 hours since he's made that announcement, and it's different. It's a lot of emotions going through. Sadness to the fact that the only successful manager I've known at Liverpool. I've been a Liverpool supporter since 2006, 2007. So of course, I knew, Rafa, but I didn't really get to see the Champions League or FA Cup wins. I did see us, I saw Rafa get us to the Champions League final. And unfortunately, we lost to AC Milan 2-1 that year, and get close in 08, 09, to get to a title when we lost to United. So he was the closest one I saw. Of course, Brennan that one season of 13-14, I think that was mainly due to Luis Suarez more so than Brennan. So Klopp is the only manager I've seen us, win everything at Liverpool. And the fact that, this is happening definitely makes me sad. A little angry with the timing as well, because I get probably why he did it. I think for this, I think a story like this was going to get leaked by somebody. I think somebody had got a hold. When I say somebody, I mean like a journalist that got a hold of the story, and the club just figured, hey, let's just go ahead and announce it on our own terms, so that way there's no rumor mills swirling around, just as a distraction as we're going through the campaign. I get that, but it's just still like we're still trying to compete and win 4 trophies. It's like, does it really need to be happening now? But then once you kind of get rid of all the sadness and the anger and the disappointment and the disbelief, I'm really excited to see kind of what the rest of the season holds. Not just the rest of the season, like who are they going to bring in to take this Liverpool team forward? Because I remember when we sacked Brendan, like the first instant that came to my mind was go and get Jurgen Klopp. Just go and get him. As soon as I didn't even think about, oh man, Brendan's leaving. Brendan's gone. Cool. Go and get Klopp. That's the only manager we realistically, that not even realistic. That's the only manager that I want for Liverpool was Jurgen Klopp. I know Ancelotti was available at the same time too. Great manager. I really respect Ancelotti. I think he's a great manager. But Klopp was the guy for Liverpool. Klopp was the guy for Liverpool. And he just brought a lot of joy to not just fans. He brought everybody together. For people that don't remember, the season we had under Brendan, Gerrard's last season was terrible. It was just flat, especially that 6-1, Gerrard's last game for Liverpool, just to go out like that. It left a bitter taste in my mouth. I think Brendan was very, very lucky to still keep his job after that season. And then, we just started that season badly. And then, we go and get Klopp and everything just got to get lifted because we just started thinking of the what ifs and what was meant to come from here. And I just have to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed this journey with Jurgen Klopp. I definitely am going to remember all of the highs and a lot less of the lows. I know we should have won way more trophies under him. And, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. We're going against forces like Real Madrid in Europe, a dominant Real Madrid team in Europe. I want to say for that. And, of course, Manchester City I know they have all these charges against them and things like that right now. And, that will play out in court. Not in court, by the tribunal or whenever that date is set from the Premier League. Man City are going to find their fate. But I would say that today, Man City for me have the best manager. well, the best coach in Pep. I think Pep is class. I think Pep is probably going to go down as definitely of this generation as the number one coach of the generation. But I think Klopp was pound for pound the best manager in the world. I think we had the best pound for pound manager in the world. Somebody that just led through empathy, man. He was just a down to earth guy. He was just a real guy that just poured everything he had into the club. And we reaped the benefits, man. We reached the pinnacle of world football under Jurgen Klopp. And that for me, I think it's always going to live with me for the rest of my life. My kids will know Jurgen Klopp and just how awesome he was, excuse me. And yeah, he just will never be forgotten. He's gonna sit up there at the same table with Shankly, Paisley, and Kenny. Where you put them is kind of wherever. I think that's just gonna be a generational thing. But he's sitting at the table with those guys, and that's something proud that he can look back and say, look what I achieved and done for Liverpool, for a club like Liverpool. And I'm just gonna remember the great moments. Obviously there's the 5-4 game against Norwich, all the Everton games, the Origi moment when Origi scored that goal and Klopp runs onto the field to celebrate with Ali. The Man City games, when the one for the first one when Firmino scored the 2 goals, and I think it was the 3-1 Klopp's first game at City. Obviously the 4-3 at Anfield, where I remember I actually had a buddy I was working at the time. I was working overnights, and he actually thought, he was like, yeah, you guys are playing City. He was a Tottenham fan, by the way. This is back when City were also unbeaten at this time, and everybody thought that they were going to go invincible. And I just told him, I was like, nah, man, we're going to beat them at Anfield. And he looked at me sideways and just like, how are you so confident? I'm just like, dude, we are going to absolutely kill them at Anfield. And we did. We did. It was an unbelievable game. I know Karius gave him 3 goals, but I mean, that second half when we just absolutely blitzed them with that from Firmino, Mane, and Salah goals, won't be forgotten. Of course, there's just so many moments that we have. Barcelona being the pinnacle one for me. I think that was just. I know that wasn't like a trophy one, but that was just that was a game that showed me what Liverpool is all about. That was the game that just did it for me. That had me almost breaking down in tears because that was just an unbelievable moment. To come back down 3-0 against a Lionel Messi, prime Lionel Messi Barcelona. Unbelievable. And those are memories I'm always going to remember. And I think Klopp deserves to leave on his own terms. I'm happy that he is. I hate seeing great players and managers, being forced out of the game rather than leaving on top. So I'm happy that he's doing that as well. But now we're looking to the future. I'm very excited to see kind of who the next manager is going to be. Of course, I have some thoughts about who that's going to be, but I trust the club to find that manager for us, whether that's Xabi Alonso, De Zerbi. I think Thomas Frank has been kind of shown his name in there. Zidane, Hansi Flick, Julian Nagelsmann. I don't know who it is, but excuse me. My vote would be who if he can win the league this year, it will probably be Xabi Alonso. I think he will bring a new style to the club that I think the players are probably going to be interested in playing. I'm not saying that they don't like playing the Jurgen Klopp way, the Gegenpressing, but I think when you do that look at some of these players. These players have been doing it now for 6, 7, 8 years. It's probably something that refreshing to see something new coming in right now. So I think that's going to be a big deal. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, a lot of emotions, but at the end of the day, I'm very excited to see us challenge for all 4 trophies, hopefully, this season. Definitely, I think the Premier League has to be the main one that we have to go after right now. Obviously, I know we have a League Cup final to look at, too. Then we'll kind of see where we are in the FA Cup, and I think the Europa League, I think we're going to go all the way to the final in that one. We'll just see who we play in Dublin in that one as well. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe to the video. Yeah, it's been an interesting day today, but I think we're going to move steadfast forward in the future. Y'all have a good one. Peace.